Hey there, we are back for another day of our 100 Days to Brave journey. The journey continues. We are using the book written by Annie F. Downs of Daily Devotions to help us become our most brave, our most confident, our most courageous selves, and to help us to embrace the path and the plan that God has for our lives. I was sitting here actually at the computer doing a whole bunch of nothing. And I'm like, let me get our next day in. We are in the section of the book, Brave Enough to Pursue Healing. Healing is often a choice. The journey so far has been wonderful. Lots of tidbits and good stuff that we've been reading about and learning as we've gone. We are up to day number 75. Day number 75, people. Almost there. All right, let's get into day number 75 of the book. I got the book from Amazon. You can do it too, or your local bookstore. Check it out for free at your local library. But definitely continue to follow along with me because I'm reading it every day to you so we can do the journey together. All right, here we go. Day 75. Sabbath. Do your work in 6 days and rest on the seventh day. That's Exodus 34 and verse 21. Brave people take a Sabbath. It doesn't have to look the way it looks in Jerusalem. You don't have to avoid using a light switch from sundown to sundown, but you've got to take time away from the grind regularly. For me, my Sabbath is Wednesday mornings since I often work on weekends. So Wednesdays, from when I wake up until 2 or 3 in the afternoon, I'm not available. Everybody knows it. What that means is that I have a 6-hour window when I don't use technology and I don't do laundry and I don't hustle. The only thing I do are rest and worship. If it's restful for me to get coffee with a friend, I get coffee with a friend. If it's restful for me to admire God's creations at Radnor Lake, I go walk at Radnor Lake. I read books. I read like crazy. I just read until I'm tired of reading. And then I always take a nap. Sometime I drive down to Leapers Fork, Tennessee, about 30 minutes from my house, and I just lay out on a blanket and read for a bit there. And yes, maybe I nap there too. It sounds awesome, and it is, but it is also really hard to take a day off of work or some hours away when I know there is a lot to be done. It takes courage to walk away from your job or your calling for a bit, believing that God will still provide. But Sabbath is something we are called to, a discipline that will make our lives better if we embrace it. Friend, you and I, we can't let the fear of missing out, or FOMO, which is FOMO, as the kid calls it these days, on an amazing opportunity to win. We need Sabbath. We need rest. We need people. We need friendship. Brave friends, please choose to have a Sabbath. Unplug. Give yourself a break. Say yes to rest and yes to relationships, even if you're saying, hold on for a sec, to your job or your calling. All right. Our topic of the reading today that's brought out is, it is really hard to take a day off of work or some hours away when I know there is a lot to be done. I know that's true for a whole bunch of us. We know it's difficult. All right, our call to action for today, day number 75, says, be brave. Grab the book, Garden City, by John Mark Comer. Grab the book, Garden City, by John Mark Comer, or Comer, C-O-M-E-R is the last name. It's a great read, and it has really helpful information about Sabbath. Again, grab the book. The name of the book is Garden City, written by John Mark Comer, Comer. It's a great read and has really helpful information about Sabbath. All right, so all about taking a Sabbath, taking some time out to just rest. We definitely need to do that. We need to take a Sabbath. I have to say, for today's reading, I never knew what the letters FOMO stood for. Now I know it stands for fear of missing out. I always wondered when I would see that acronym written out, capital F, capital O, capital M, capital O, fear of missing out. Learned something today. All right, that is our day number 75 in the books, folks. Remember to take a Sabbath. Remember to continue following along with me on our 100 Days to Brave journey. We are definitely getting stronger and more courageous together. And we will be back tomorrow for our next day's journey. Have a great, great day. Peace. Okay, I'm adding to the end of day number 75, Sabbath, because the call to action was all about checking out the book written by John Mark Comer called Garden City. So I just went to Amazon to check it out and wanted to just share a little about what the write-up is about the book. Practical and theologically rich, Garden City is a purposeful guide for the next generation. The book that will help to understand and embrace the calling and purpose as they figure out next steps and directions in their lives. You've heard people say, who you are matters more than what you do, but does the Bible really teach that? In Garden City, popular pastor and speaker John Mark Comer gives a surprisingly countercultural take on the typical spiritual answer of the church. Comer explores scriptures to discover God's original intent for how we are meant to spend our time, reshaping how you view and do your work, rest, and life. Here, you'll find answers to questions like, does God care where I work? Does He have a clear direction for me? What about what I do with my free time or how much rest I get? In these pages, you'll learn that it's ultimately about the reality that what we do matters just as much as who we are. And that's the write-up from Amazon. So I'm going to look and see if the book is like already out on YouTube. I like to do some books audio, and I'll look out on YouTube and they'll normally have the audio. So I'll check that out for Garden City, but just wanted to share that with you in case you were interested at all. Again, the book recommended for the reading, John Mark Comer, Garden City. All right, till tomorrow, folks. Peace.